Hello everybody, back here again for another vlog a day, and today is Saturday the 1st, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning, decent time frame. Wife got off to work and got out of there early. She wanted to be at work by like 7:30, so she got up and out, and I got up and around, got the dog out, got him fed, all the good fun that comes with that, and then was wanting to go do a little yard selling today, so I went ahead and headed out. Thought I had a little more time because the other dog's getting dropped off, but they had pushed it up an hour, so we're like good with it. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and get the garage selling in, get that over with, and then that way I'm back in time to basically get the meat for the dog drop off. So went ahead, headed out, did some yard selling, run around, and one of the things I'm doing this year, I'm going to, like, if I go to yard sales and I see stuff that I think my wife might like a Christmas gift, I'm just buying it and I'll just hold on to it all year. Then I'll have stuff already kind of pre-bought. I bought some stuff earlier last year too, but just kind of random, just cheap ass things that make me think of her, that is nice little things to have. So that's why I was kind of mostly yard sale stuff is what I'm after. And then I never go to stores anymore, so it's the only place I find random things. So, but yeah, went ahead, hit that up, and absolutely saw nothing at any of these yard sales. A lot of times you'll see stuff, you're like, oh, that's nice, but they're asking too much for it. Or, oh, that's kind of cool, but I don't know if I'd use it, or anything. And I went to every yard sale in my little area here. I didn't like drive very far, so I didn't have that long because the dog was getting dropped off soon. So, but there wasn't anything I looked at that I thought I'd even want if they gave it to me for free. Like, there was just the most bottom of the barrel garbage shit. And I realized, oh, it's end of the month. First off, the people who are getting like the assistant checks, let's just put it that way, are the ones out buying all this shit first of the month and buying up other garbage and whatnot, whatever. And people who are usually having yard sales last weekend of the month are absolutely desperate to be selling stuff to pay a bill or something that's going to be cut off the first month or cover the rent or whatever. And I forgot because I haven't been yard selling for so long. So I used to make a living off of that. I went to yard sales and then resold stuff on eBay and auctions and all kinds of things. And I had all that knowledge in my head over that kind of what's worth money, what's not. And I'd forgot what weekend it was. So it dawned on me pretty quick that, oh yeah, this is absolutely the bottom of the bottom people here. There was a couple like moving sales and people you could tell are getting evicted from their house. Like, they're literally putting stuff out and they're still asking like $20 for a plate set that was probably $20 when it was new at Walmart, and there's missing pieces and they're cracked and scratched, and they're just desperate and have no concept of what anything's worth. And I'm like, oh, you're gonna be throwing this away and it's gonna be set under the curb. You won't get nothing for it, but whatever. So, but there was nothing I would want to take home, like I said, for free. It was absolutely just garbage everywhere. So, but yeah, that wasted my morning, but at least to give me an excuse to get out of the house. Went and did a couple things and nothing too major. So, but yeah, from there I got back to the house, hung out with the dog again. Shortly after that, the other dog got dropped off. He's been here a bunch before. I watch him all the time, and they get along great. They play a little bit, whatnot. We hang outside, basically chilling out. Gorgeous weather, and wife is at work until like, I don't know, 3 o'clock or something. She's there late. Like, she's working all day, so she's there getting a bunch accomplished at least. So we're just hanging out, me and the dogs, getting a few things here and there done. We head inside for a little bit, and they get inside and they start wanting to wrestle and play and chase around the house. I'm like, you guys were just outside napping. Like, why are we don't rough ass the house. Like, we rough ass outside. Like, that's how this stuff works. So we had a good little chuckle with that. But yeah, she got home, talked about what we was gonna do. I told her, I said, hey, there's a pizza place here in town that we've tried before and it was bad, but I was like, well, maybe they hadn't had time to get their shit together or whatever. And the pizza itself ain't bad. The service is just horrendous. So I said, hey, why don't we try it? They have a chicken bacon ranch, which is probably my favorite go-to pizza, but it's over on Beachside, and parking can be horrendous. And if you don't have somebody go with you, like to drop you off the door and you know, back, parking can take sometimes half an hour to find a spot that's within like a few blocks of the pizza place. So it gets bad enough if I go by myself, I don't even order pizza until I find a parking spot. Then I sit over there on Beachside and wait till my pizza's done, then I drive home, because I've had my pizza go cold on me while I'm legitimately just like driving around trying to find a spot. So I joked I need to, when I make my order, I need to ask him, hey, will you call me when it's done, and then I'll tip you like $10 if you just walk out and hand me my pizza through my car window. Like, tell me what the total is, I'll pay you all that plus another $10 tip just to walk out the street, hand it to me. I can then drive away. And we haven't done that yet, but I keep thinking that's going to be the case. So we go ahead, I get my run in, get back, get the shower, asked her if she's going to get the pizza, if I was, and she's like, it doesn't matter. I'm like, well, you got to make a decision. Like, either you can go, I can go, or we can go. Like, pick one. So she picked me going, which is fine. So she ordered the pizza. They said 30 minutes. I said, okay. So I headed out, we got the pizza, and roll up in there, and we were just, I don't know, it's a weird ass place. There's 2 people working. There's 5 people in the lobby waiting. He's working, one of the older guys there is working the guy, I think, who's making like multiple deliveries. He's talking about orders for multiple different people, and I presume like a Grubhub type orders or something, you know, kind of thing, because he's got different names he's picking up for. So at the time, there's multiple other things up on the little bar between the front and the back. And then he gets on with him and then immediately turns and heads out. Doesn't look at the crowd and see like, hey, there's somebody I haven't recognized that's in here. So, and I'm not crowded up to the counter because there's other people at the counter. There's people sitting down and stuff. But I'm standing like right, like back from the counter a little bit. And he comes back up, asks her what she's there for, and she's like, here for the 2 small meat pepperoni pizzas and stuff. The guy's like, oh, I'm already working on that right now, blah, blah, blah. Again, doesn't speak to me, turns and walks back to the back, and I'm like, hello? And the guy just gone. Like, I'm like, okay. So then the other guy comes, they ask for where the guy's name is. He hollered out. That guy gets from the table, stands up. They do their business. He's bought a pizza and some kind of little pasta dish thing with like, it looks like a thing of buttermilk dressing on top. And as he goes to turn to walk out, they give him a bag. So he's walking through the lobby. He like tilts the pizza box a slight little bit, and the pasta and the ranch go flying off there, hit the ground. Luckily the pasta is intact, but the ranch like just splashes all over the floor, and nobody in the shop notices or gives a shit. So the guy walks over and grabs a napkin out of the whole dispenser and wipes it up on the floor somewhat. You can still see ranch dressing all over the floor. It's fucking gross. I was like, oh, that's great. And then they would just hang out in the back. You can hear them back there talking because it's like an open kitchen area. And they're back there talking. The one guy's working, the younger guy's working, the older guy's not working. He's just talking to this guy about what he's got to plan for the weekend and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you don't know I'm here to pick up an order. Like, or maybe I'm here to order. He didn't ask me to talk to me at all. I'm like, this is bullshit. So I'm already getting annoyed. I'm like, okay, whatever. So finally, this has been like 10, probably 12 minutes at this point. Guy comes up, gives the lady her pizzas, and then there's stuff. He goes, I say, excuse me, can somebody help me? And then the guy's like, oh, he goes, well, have you been helped yet? I go, no, there's 2 of you working here, and neither of you have talked to me. So no, you haven't helped me. He goes, what do you need? I'm like, here to pick up pizza. And he's like, oh, he looks back. The guy's like, I don't know. He does that part. And he walks away. And the younger guy has to stop cooking. And he's making pizzas back there. He comes up. He goes, what's the name? I told him. He's like, oh, okay, home. The guy's like, oh, I think that's already up there. So for 12 minutes, my pizza's been sitting on this bar. God knows for how long before that. And I was there 5 minutes before they said it would be done because I like to get my pizza fresh oven. But apparently at this place, if you're not there when they walk out and call your name once, they just don't even think you exist anymore, ever. So 12 minutes I stood in this place and nobody spoke to me. And I don't care how good this pizza is. I knew at that moment I was walking out, I told myself, I'll never be back to this place. This is giving you multiple chances and I'm done. Like, I'm done. I was done before, but really want to try this bacon chicken ranch. Did not care. So we got in. My wife's like, kind of gone wild. And I'm like, yeah, it's all good. Like, it is what it is. I said, but I don't care how good this pizza is. I haven't opened it. Don't care. Throw it in the trunk. Didn't even smell it. Don't give a damn how great it is. I'll never be back. Like, if you want their pizza, you go deal with them. You go get it. Don't give a shit. I can't deal with these idiots anymore. So she chuckled and laughed at me. We went ahead and got ready. Got the dogs moved away a little bit because they like to eat pizza side of put the pizza on the side of the stove. We were moving around. I said, we cannot leave this room because that one right there, Seamus especially, will eat that box right off the top of that pizza. He'll take it off the stove and eat it all. So we cannot leave them alone. So got our pizzas on our plates, got our drinks, blah, blah, whatever. Chuck the pizza in the oven so they can't get to it. And then go sit down and start watching a little bit of TV. And yeah, it's all right pizza. It's not great. It's decent pizza. I'll give it. It's good enough pizza. I would happily eat it again. But it was like $25 for the pizza, which is not. It's not worth $25. Like, you can get this same quality of pizza for about 2/3 that price and get normal, customer service and not deal with this idiots. So, and it was legitimately cold. It needed to be microwaved, like first slice, which is fucking hideous. I hate that. Pizza needs to be fresh out of the oven. Needs to be hot. That's how it needs to go down. So yeah, annoyed by that part. But pizza was edible. Got done with pizza. It was how we wanted. She went to put it away, and it's you gotta basically fold the box to fit it, because the fridge, I told her when I wanted a fridge, so I need a pizza drawer. I need a big ass drawer to fit our big ass pizza boxes, and that's the only requirement I have. Don't care anything else. And we ended up getting a refrigerator that doesn't have a pizza drawer, so did not get my pizza drawer. So she's got to fold the box over, and somehow I've showed her how to do it. Fold the edges, fold it in, make it like half box, and somehow she like collapsed the whole box out, like it's rolled up like a damn burrito or something. Like, holy God, it was bad. She's gonna fix it, and I'm like, she's gonna tape it shut. I'm like, no, you're not. You're just gonna put it in the fridge. Who gives a shit? It's all good. Just don't worry about it. You know, boxes don't seal up pizza anyway. Just stick it in the fridge. Wait tomorrow. So we had a good chuckle on that with her inability to fold the pizza box in half. So yeah, we had fun with that one. But after that, headed back out, grabbed myself a cigar, chilled outside for a bit with the dogs. Had a wonderful evening. Ended up reaching out to a few people, asking some stupid ass questions like I do randomly. And in the process, one of my buddies from up north will often call me. If I ask him a random question over text, he'll just randomly call me. So I've learned that I have to like text him last of that random question, because shortly after that text, I'll get a phone call, and then I won't be able to finish sending text to other people, kind of thing. So we talked for a good long time, like hour and a half, whatever, some shit. We talked for a long time about different things in his life. We talked about like the lady's dating now and stuff. He's going through divorce and a few things. I basically called out a few things of, here's some giant red flags and whatnot. And I'm like, dude, hate my guts for it, but I'm not gonna lie to you, this shit. Like, this is where we have some problems and whatnot and whatever. And he's like, dude, if I can't, as long as we know each other, if I can't get over you telling me what you think is the truth, and I'm gonna get butt hurt, don't be friends. Then I'm like, because we shouldn't have been friends to begin with. I'm like, cool, glad you think that way, because these are the problems I see, you know. And he was like, yeah, makes sense. Then he talked about, here a while back, he was offered a weird bonus structure through his company, who says they're closing their factory down where he works at the end of the year. And he called and asked me about it. I didn't realize he was at work at the time. Also did not realize he was on speakerphone. And as I told him a bunch of the problems I see with it, a bunch of the bonuses I see with it, a bunch of the goods and the bads, and where the company is screwing him over, and there's nothing in writing, and all this kind of stuff. Apparently one of his coworkers that came out, she was outside smoking, had came out, and I don't think he knew the coworker was there in the beginning, and ended up listening to almost all of my speech about whether or not it makes sense to do the bonus structure thing. Because like, they had legitimately just been told, like within the hour. And then he went to break and he called me, and I was out there talking to him about these red flags I look for, these things and stuff. And then apparently yesterday at work, this was a few weeks ago, that employee who has never talked to him before ever goes, hey man, I don't mean to, you know, overstep and stuff, but I overheard your call the other day with that guy's giving advice about the bonus stuff. Is that your financial advisor or something? He goes, no, this is my buddy. I knew from like high school. And he goes, he gives some really good advice. I went and talked to other people, and everything he was saying like completely made sense. I fucking laughed. I'm like, he goes, yeah, he's really smart when it comes to money shit. But it made me chuckle because it was just that concept of how it was. So I've apparently given financial advice to two strangers, or another stranger I don't even know, and a buddy of mine. But I was like, dude, tell him that was not financial advice. Like, I am not a fiduciary. Like, I'm not, like, these are just things to ask about. He's like, I'll make sure he knows that you're not qualified by a paper to make these decisions. So very good little chuckle with that one. But yeah, got done with that phone call and basically headed back in. Ended up watching a little bit of Frasier, had myself a snap, got the dogs all situated, and wrapped it up and called it a night. So that's all I got for right now. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.